Right, we're live. Let me see. As always, running into some trouble with the camera and stuff, because of course, it never fails to fail. Task failed successfully. Alright, so we have animals are here with us, not for us, in the chat. That's great. Awesome to see you here. We also have a CDA is here. I hope. And yeah, so here's the thing. All right, so today's topic is going to be, could be controversial and it's kind of a touchy subject, and it could end my YouTube career, but good thing is I don't even have one, so you can't cancel me because I'm not even famous. uh, so here's the thing now. I've been thinking about this topic a lot because it comes, I don't know, I've been seeing it more and more often, and I'm thinking, you know what, if everyone just going to talk openly about it, I'm gonna do my own thing too, and just put my thoughts in it too, because I don't know, I've been trying to dodge the subject, mainly because a very well-known figure in the vegan community as David Rams refuses to do so. So I was like, if he's refusing to speak about this thing, at least publicly, maybe that's the best decision. I don't know, but the thing is, I'm tired of this. I don't know. I don't really. I don't know where the idea came from that vegans, well, or not necessarily vegans, but humans have to be this nature's police, and that we're gonna have to basically break up the fight between every other species against every other species, basically, and be like a referee there, like, no, 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 hold on, no, you, no, you. What is this? And the things they're discussing and the things that they're their propositions and stuff is like so ridiculous. For example, this idea that, well, carnivores, you know let's kill the lions. It's mainly the thing is about lions, apparently, because I don't know why. I don't know why they are the scapegoat, or basically the scape feline at this point, because I don't know. Are they the only predatory animal out there? No. Are they the only feline predator? No. But it's always lions, and it's kind of weird. Kind of weird. But the idea goes kind of like this, because there's like this weird idea that veganism apparently is about reducing suffering. And because of that, we should try to reduce or end all suffering wherever it may be. Animal suffering, wild animal suffering, human suffering. I don't get it. Like, veganism is about ending human to non-human animal oppression. That's what veganism is. Anything outside of that is not veganism, and it has nothing to do with veganism. At least in my view, this is the case. Of course, my opinion may differ from others, and it doesn't represent the view of everyone else. I'm not speaking here in the name of all vegans, but I'm speaking in my name, because what are we gonna do? If we're going to kill lions, then tell me honestly, are we going to kill every other predator animal, I guess? So we're going to kill what? Chameleons too? The chameleon is one of my favorite animals. I'm not going to blame them for eating like insects and stuff. Are we going to kill the chameleon too? Answer me this, because I really want to know. Where does it end? Where do we draw the line in this let's end all suffering thing? Are we going to baby proof the planet so no one suffers anything anymore? Because that's bad, and it makes us sad. And then we're gonna get to this weird area thing where, well, what's suffering? Anything that doesn't make you feel good, but anything that makes you feel bad. So, getting old it's kind of like suffering, because you're you're not as agile, you start losing your motility and maybe some mental capacity and stuff. So that's suffering. So let's just cap the age of humans to to like 25 or something, which is like that's the optimal peak performance of the human. So let's just everyone just stop existing at 25 or 30 or something, because other anything older than that is suffering. Where does this end? Where's the line? I don't get it. So to me, this type of idea that the veganism is about reducing suffering, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. Our concern is what humans do to animals, not what humans do, not what animals do to themselves. I don't care. The lion catches the zebra, good for him. The zebra escapes, good for the zebra, awesome. I have no opinion on the matter. Doesn't make any difference to me. Now, some might say, well, so if what if it was you instead of a zebra? What if a lion was chasing you? Wouldn't you want someone to help you? Sure, I would want someone to help me, but they don't have the responsibility to do so. That's the thing, it's not their responsibility. If they choose to help, okay, thank you, but not their responsibility, not their doing, not their responsibility. So I don't really understand this type of weird mindset where now vegans are these saviors of the universe or something, or guardians of the galaxy, so to speak. No, we're not. Okay, we're not. We're just stopping, we're just ending this horrible thing that we've been doing to animals for way too long, for no reason at all. This horrible animal massacre that we've created. But whatever the world does, whatever nature does in itself, that's not our thing. We don't have anything to do with that. Now, some might call this an appeal to nature fallacy. And that's something else I wanted to address here, because apparently, if you say, oh, something is natural, you're just appealing to nature, and that's just ridiculous. Well, no, it turns out that it's not an appeal to nature fallacy, because in this case, there are some things that are going to be natural, that are going to be better than the alternative. Not all the time, of course, but sometimes it will be. And I'm not saying nature is this beautiful paradise or whatever. Of course, horrible stuff happens in nature all the time, but it's not our thing to meddle with that. Like, why is that our responsibility? Now, I would say that wild animal suffering, when caused by humans, for example, species displacement, deforestation, habitat loss, invasive species, which are obviously a man-made problem, these so-called invasive species, which are not invasive, we just grab one species of animal and take them to another place where they wouldn't normally be, and then they reproduce there and they start wreaking havoc there, and it's our fault. So we sure we must do something about those situations. But like, just a lion having lunch, how is that my situation? How is that my doing? Why is that my responsibility? I don't get it. So if someone has something to say about it, then just say it, because I don't understand this thing. I really don't. I'm sorry, I fail to see where humans factor in this thing. Oh, because we see it happening, now it's our fault if it happens? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So some people have told me, well, if you see a kid drowning in like something, wouldn't you help the kid? You know what? I could or I could not, but it's not going to be my responsibility either way. If I choose to help the kid, good. But if I don't, I'm not a horrible monster because the kid, I mean, it's not my responsibility. Or like MJ would say, the kid is not my son. So, whatever, I don't know. It's not my responsibility. I don't know, I don't understand this thing. Now, I want to know another thing, like, because this happens a lot. You're, you're a vegan, you're talking about veganism to people, like, on the street and stuff. And then some non-vegan might say something like, but lions eat zebras and stuff. What do you respond to this? Because if you're one of those who wants to kill lions, what do you say to someone, to a non-vegan that says lions eat zebras? Is your response, oh well, they do it because they're an obligate carnivore, so it's in their nature to do it, and they can't help it, but you can choose what you eat, so it's your responsibility? Do you say this? Or do you tell them, no, you know what, actually, we're actually planning on killing all lions because they're also doing it wrong? How about that? Yeah, I'm guessing you don't say the second thing. You don't say this thing to non-vegans. You don't say that you want to kill lions because they're eating zebras or gazelles. I'm willing to bet you don't say that to them. And if you don't, tell me, why is it that you don't? Think about it. Why are you not saying this to these people when they bring up lions, you know, as an excuse to not go vegan? You can't use, if you want to kill lions for being carnivores, you can't then say, well, they're obligate carnivores, so that's their thing, and you have an option. No, you can't use that because you don't even believe that. You also believe that lions are wrong. Even though they're not wrong, it's just their biology. They're just doing what they know to do. And now you're going to end an entire species because you don't like it. And you don't like what they do. And you don't call this speciesism? And I've had vegans tell me that I'm a speciesist because I'm refusing to help the zebra. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not refusing to help the zebra. I refuse to help anyone in the situation. Like I said prior, lion catches zebra, good. Lion, zebra escapes, also good. It makes no difference to me. So I'm not helping anyone really, but I'm also not intervening in their lives. And I get it. Sure, it looks bad, but what can we do? Like, we're not, the scenarios are all horrible. I've heard all type of ideas. I don't like any of them. Because if you're going to kill lions, then you're going to have to kill all the other felines, and then you're going to have to kill all the other animals that are predators or who eat other animals. And there's a bunch of them. And then it's like we're taking it as if herbivores didn't, do sketchy things as well. Just because they eat leaves doesn't make them any less aggressive or something. All animals fight for territory, food, and mating privileges and stuff like that. What are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna go to the African savannah, every human, and just go there and try to referee everyone. Let's go with a whistle, and just no foul, personal foul. Yeah, you're out. Then son, no, like, you can't do that. You can't referee nature. Now I've heard some weird ideas where we're gonna have lions in a weird, gigantic zoo, where they're gonna get lab-grown meat thrown at them via helicopters and stuff like that. This is something that someone actually proposed, and I don't know where that came from, but man alive, really, think about it. Helicopters, gigantic zoo for lions, and then what about the leopard jaguar, cheetah, tiger, snakes, spiders, chameleons, but I don't know, bears. But are you gonna stop all the other species also, or is it just against a weird crusade? This insane crusade against lions? I don't get it. To me, that's the species' thing to do. To target a species because they do something based on their nature, not through fault of their own, and you're judging them, and you're going to execute them as well. Absolutely not. This is absolutely crazy, and it should not happen. It's not our place to mess with nature. Now, some people, and I've had this recently in a comment, they say, well, we've been messing with nature all this time for other purposes, like, sure, and it's been wrong to do so as well. It's not like we've been right all along. Of course, it wasn't right. We completely destroyed nature to a common liking, and now we've bastardized everything. But it's like it's been wrong anyway. But just because we're doing something wrong doesn't give us the right to do more wrong later on. That's not how this works. Yeah, you know, it doesn't work like that. At least that's how I see it. I don't know why people think, oh well, you build houses, so okay, yeah, sure. Where are we gonna live now? Sadly, we built our societies this way, and we've created this weird artificial world for ourselves with complete disregard for the other species, nature, and even our own health, for that matter. And sadly, there's no going back. There's no way for humans now to actually go back to nature, because then where would we go? We would be still, now we would occupy spaces of wild animals, and then we would have to fight off, we'll have to fight it out against other animals. So we're not going to not cause some harm either way. So right now, the best course of action is just to do the best we can with what we have. And actually, my crazy idea, because if anyone's gonna have a crazy idea, then I can have a crazy idea of my own, and I'm gonna go more I'm gonna speak more in depth about it in an upcoming live stream probably. But my idea is that at the end of this thing, what we're gonna have to do is create an artificial planet, a separate planet from Earth, but only for humans, and then we're going to be the only living organism there. And what we're going to do is we're going to have this artificial planet for ourselves, leave Earth alone, leave all the creatures here alone, and just go to an artificial place of our own where we can sustain our lives with whatever nourishment. Of course, it could be something synthesized. It could be, obviously, it would not be animal based. It would be probably plant based, or some manufactured synthetic thing that we've created with whatever technology we have in the future. But when the technology allows, that's what we should go, and that's what we should do. Because as long as we're here on this planet, we're going to cause some harm to our environment and to the other species. So there's no going around that. We're going to harm others one way or the other, and the only way to not is to leave this planet. So we're gonna have to move somewhere else, somewhere preferably artificial, so that we don't also go to, I don't know, Mars or some other planet and ruin it there. You know, let's just do our own thing. And I don't know, this might seem completely far off and sci-fi or whatever, but I don't know. We've done the impossible before, so why not this? I think at some point that's going to be the final evolution of the human race, I guess. And hello there, vegan pundit. Uh, so yeah, if you're catching up, I've been talking about how we should not kill lions and other animals, and that's what it is. I do not believe in this idea of killing predator animals. I think that's ridiculous and not a vegan thing to do at all, because vegans don't kill animals on purpose. That's not a thing. That's contrary to to what a vegan is actually. And I also don't believe in this weird gigantic zoo for lions with like helicopters throwing them lab grown meat. What is this? That's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like it. And I'm not gonna vote for that. So do not count me in for that one if you have that idea. And it's like I've been saying, like if we're gonna do that to lions, how about all the other species? We're gonna have to do it to every species that misbehaves. I don't know where does it end? Where's the line? So I really want an answer to this because I don't see it. I really don't see it. And I don't know. And it's kind of weird. I've seen many vegans with these types of ideas, and apparently they came from this Dr. Abby. I don't even know that doctor or whatever. But I don't even know who Dr. I mean, I know Dr. Abby, but like by name, I don't even know who it is. Like, I don't even care. You know, the idea is terrible. So stop it. You know. And this ask yourself guy also, and it's like what the hell. And the Nutrivore, and vegan gains, and carnism debunked, and Patricia Nonis, by the way, she's like these vegans, man. Oh, of course. I almost forget Humane Wash Hancock, you know, in the mix also with this weird wild animal suffering thing about us having to do something about it when we don't. So it's weird. I don't get it. Where did they get this idea? Um, but it's just all around terrible. I don't think vegans or humans, like I've said, I don't think we should be nature's police. Nothing gives us the right to be such a thing. We should just let them be, and whatever happens, happens. I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. Such is life. you know, I'm sorry, but it might sound harsh, but it is what it is. Oh man. I haven't been convinced by any argument that we should actually do these things to these animals. And it seems very speciesist to me that we're going to do this thing. I don't know, like ending an entire species. Even some are proposing like a positive, what they call a positive domestication. And that's horrible. There's no positive domestication. Humans are going to abuse that system if it ever comes to be, and we're going to I don't know, it goes to some weird places. That's the thing, that if we conclude, no, let's just do what's best, and we're thinking that we're gonna do what's best, but humans never do what's best. We always mess it up and turn it into something evil because we can't help ourselves. So even if we're trying to help these animals in the wild, we're going if we successfully rewrite the brains of all the carnivorous animals and stuff, who's to say that they won't stop from rewriting our brains, and this could lead to some horrible authoritarian dystopian future where we're all controlled by some goons or whatever, you know? It leads to some horrible places, so that's why I don't like it. And no, it won't end there. I know it won't. We humans don't stop at the good thing. We're trying to do the best. It won't stop. We're going to do something evil with it because that's just what we do. We always have to ruin it. There's always someone who has to ruin it for everyone else. So I don't like the rewrite the whole nature thing, because who's to say that they won't stop and they won't rewrite our brains? And if you tell me, hey, well, what would you prefer? Like, no, I don't want to have my brain reprogrammed artificially. That's ridiculous. Nor do I want everyone else's. So I don't get it. I understand that this appeal to nature thing, I understand that in many instances it's a wrong thing to say, because of course, obviously, not because something is occurring in nature, not because something is natural, means it's good. I understand this, of course. But it also doesn't mean that it's bad or that it's worse than the alternative. That's the other thing. Artificial doesn't always mean better. It also doesn't always mean worse. It's just it's not set in stone, really. So I really want to know. I've already asked this question, but if any vegan really out there has the answer to this, really, where does the line end? Are we going to end in lions, or are we going to kill all other species that are aggressive to others? Are we going to what are we going to do? And what do you say to someone, to a non-vegan who says lions eat animals? So do you really say, well, no, we're going to kill them as well because they're wrong? Or do you say, well, they can't help it, it's their nature, so they can't help it, they have to eat meat to survive, but you don't? I want to know, what do you say? Because it baffles me that some beings just so casually say, yeah, let's kill carnivores because they cause suffering. That's amazing. And I know, because some people have said this, that I think it was Humane Hancock, or Humane Wash Hancock, actually, I forgot to add the wash. Humane Wash Hancock, and I think it was Vegan Gains, or someone else, they agreed to press a button that basically ends all life in the universe, because being alive means that there's going to be suffering, and they don't like suffering. Well, who doesn't like suffering, you mook? No one likes it. But you take any amount of suffering because you want to exist when you do. You think athletes want to have like injuries? They don't, but they know it comes with the job. If you're gonna play a sport, you know you're going to get injured at some point, and you take it because it's part of the activity, But you're not thinking, oh no, injuries. You're thinking, scoring, points and or touchdowns or whatever your sport is, You're thinking of the good things that you can have from it, not about the bad things. And the same goes for all life. You're thinking about all the good stuff, and that's what you want to have. Of course, some suffering is going to happen. It's inevitable. That's just what it is. In fact, life is not even a given. The fact that we're even here is already too much. Life is not this idyllic state of being. Like, realistically, we shouldn't even be here, and we shouldn't even be, having discussions about anything, because the fact that life came to be is completely almost like a random thing that just happened, and it's like it's not even a given. And if you think about it, the sun is basically a huge, massive ball of energy that's trying to kill us all, and it could, you know. But it just so happens that we're just so far away from it that we're not toasting, you know. So a little bit of sunlight, it gives you vitamin D. A little bit too much gives you melanoma. So the sun is like neither good or bad, it's just there, and you could have something good from it or bad, but really it's just a huge ball of nuclear energy that could end us all. So, what are you gonna do? You're going to cancel the sun as well, I guess. Yeah, bloody hell. Man, I tell you, these people, man. If Humane Watch Hancock, if you're listening to this, if you really think life is suffering and it's not worth it, and you would press a button to end all life, why don't you press a button just for yourself? You know? And leave the rest of us here who want to actually exist and want to actually contribute to something and do good. Just leave us be and you do your thing. You know? Because really, mate, I don't get it. Well, what a numquat. Man alive. Complete numquat. Meh. I don't know what to tell you. So I don't know if anyone in the live chat has something to say or any questions about the subject. Send them my way. I'll be sure to answer them. Yeah. But really, it's freaking weird. This thing about lions and stuff. I don't get it really. It I don't know. It's weird. Maybe I'm the only one. I don't know if anyone has anything else to say about it, but really it baffles me that this is even a thing. I couldn't even believe it when I stumbled upon the subject, and it was because of a video by Carnism Debunked that said that vegan gangs wanted to kill carnivores. I was like, what the heck is this? And then when I saw that this was an actual thing being discussed, I was like, what? What is this? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, but I don't really get it. I honestly don't get it. And like I said, if you're gonna kill lions, you're gonna have to kill chameleons too. And I'm sorry, but the chameleon is one of my favorite animals, and I'm not gonna let you do anything to them. You're gonna have to go through me if you wanna kill chameleons. That's right. I've got a chameleon reasons why they shouldn't be killed. And I don't know. It's it's like a weird thing, and I don't know. I don't know who came up with it, but stop it, please, with that kind of thing, because it's not really helping. And I'm willing to bet no vegan ever says, even the ones with that idea, they don't ever say this to non-vegans. They don't ever say, no, we're actually going to end all predators' lives because we don't like that either. I bet you don't say that. And there's a reason why. Because it's completely bonkers. And it doesn't make any sense. Ah, man. The fight for animal liberation is already too difficult. It's already massive. And it's already taking so much of our energy and time and resources and everything. We bring this other thing into the mix right now. It's not gonna do anything. So at the very least, I would suggest just put this topic in the freezer. Stop it with these weird ideas. And maybe when we have that vegan world that we want to have, maybe talk about something. Well, what can we do about this other thing that's happening? But meanwhile, let's not even talk about it because it's weird. Like, we haven't stopped what humans do to animals, and we're going to now stop what lions do to it doesn't make sense. It's just right now it's not a thing. I'm sorry, it's not the thing that we're going to have to do, and it's outside of veganism. If you want to call it something else, but no, don't call it veganism because it's not. Okay, and it's also not animal rights because non-human animals cannot give rights to other non-human animals because they don't have such a concept. It's a man-made thing that we can give, but they can't give amongst themselves. That's not a thing. And the lion can't help himself to do what he does. Well, I don't know. I don't know. And I get it. Someone contrarian to my idea might say, "Oh, you're just doing the appeal to nature thing. Whatever, call it the appeal to nature. I don't mind. Fight me on that one." Because and this is something that they told me actually, that Carnism Debunk actually told me that no, you're making an appeal to nature, and that's what non-vegans use. And I'm like, yeah, but they're using it wrong. They're using it to justify doing something horrible that they know they don't have to do. But in this case, I'm using it to justify not doing something even more horrible for no reason. I don't know. And the other question I have for these vegans who want to kill predators is, so when they kill Cecil the lion, or when these poachers or these hunters they kill lions or other predator animals, do you cheer for them, or what? Are they heroes to you? I'm guessing because if you think what these animals do is so bad that you wanna end their entire species, I'm guessing hunters must be heroes to you. They really. I'm guessing. I don't know. Or are they not? Oh, because they're doing it for pleasure or money or something, and not because they want to help other animals. That's so the intentionality. That's what makes it wrong. I'm guessing. I don't know. I want to know really because yeah. So I don't know if any of you guys know some vegan who might want to take up on the debate or something about this topic, and they feel different and they think that we should mess with nature further and kill carnivores, and yeah, sure, whatever, send them my way. Let's have a discussion about it, because I don't know, I'm feeling like that's not a thing. We shouldn't focus on that. And by the way, the Nutribor sucks. Right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use this space to start, yeah, I'm gonna start dissing some ridiculous numquats. The Nutribor, you're a numquat. Humane Wash Hancock, you're a numquat. Patricia Nonis, you're a numquat. That's right. Well, George Martin, I like you, man, but what is this thing about killing carnivores? And then what is this thing about not being sure if it's better to eat apple slices or a deer steak? What is that, my man? Come on, you know the answer is the apple slices. That's the best idea. This other nonsense about, crop deaths. It's another thing that doesn't seem to go away. It's not an argument. I've said it many times and I'll keep repeating it until people understand this. Crop deaths is not a vegan made problem, not a vegan responsibility, and it's not the objective of vegans. We don't want to kill insects or possums or whatever. That's not what we want to do. We want to save the animals that we're killing, that we're breathing into existence on purpose for nothing. And we want to save those animals. That's what we're gonna do. So we eat from, crops, from veggies and fruits and stuff. They're grown the way they're grown, and they're, distributed the way they are right now. We can't help it right now. That's the situation currently, and we're doing the best we can. I don't get it. Why demonize vegans with this crop deaths thing? But it doesn't seem to go away. But crop deaths are not an actual argument. It's just an anti-vegan nonsense excuse, and that's all it is. So I don't know. I'll keep saying it. Crop deaths, whatever. Give me the apple slices. I'm gonna eat the apple slices all the time. And like I said, carnivorous animals, not not bad. What happens in nature happens in nature. Let animals be whatever they are, and that's it. So I don't know. If anyone has something to add, please let me know, and I'll be reading your comments about it if you have any. By the way, it is not my birthday. It's just a mug that they gave me like 3 birthdays ago, and I'm just going to imagine that these cupcakes here are vegan. you know. So that's it is that's it. So yeah, I don't know. This turned out to be I think a short one. Under an hour, which yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good. We can wrap it up at the 45-minute mark. Um, if no one else has any comments or questions, but if you do, well, I'll be happy to answer them. Like I said. Otherwise, let's just end it probably at the 45-minute mark, because I like that kind of numbers. Even numbers or the number 5. I don't know, for some reason. It's a weird psychological thing, I guess. But yeah. See, we got 2 more minutes. Unless someone asks me something or something else. Let me. Oh, this camera right here. That's the thing when you're your own cameraman and everything. Alright, so. Yeah, I don't know. So remember, stop hurting animals, start turning Veganese, and call out all the numquats. Go to Humane Wash Uncle and tell him, hey, turning Veganese says that you're a numquat. Go to the Nutrivore and say, hey, you're a numquat, Nutrivore. The numquat vor. Yeah, that's how he should be called himself. Or an idiot. And then someone told me that he eats honey or something. I don't know what it was. What an numquat, really. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just do that. Just go to the Humane Wash. Yo, Humane Wash Hancock. Yeah, you're a numquat, and that's it. Yeah. I don't know. And maybe let's go have some discussion with the Carnism debunked and set him straight, because he's been saying some weird things. I don't like it. I mean, he's one of my favorite vegans, but mostly because of his anti-woke stance, which I appreciate, because that's another topic, man. This wokeness thing, this intersectionals and stuff. I'm telling you, I would lose my hair if I had any, but you see, it's nothing. So, man alive. So, well, I think we can wrap it up now at the 40-minute mark. And have a good one. Let's just, I don't know, see you in the next live stream. Uh, Maybe I'll talk about that thing about the second planet, artificial planet for humans. I'll talk about that weird idea later on. So, see you.